Peace. Damn. Happy now. Now's the vibrate. We're not going too far in the future. We're not going too far in the past. Right now. Right now. We want to pay attention to our crystal combinations. You know, the combinations of crystals that we use together. Matter of fact, almost like but you could keep a mental log of it or physical as far as like a journal. But dealing with me and my experience dealing with crystals, like I always try to keep in mind like how I felt this day when I worked with this crystal, and and seeing how much certain crystals work for me. And that's kind of in essence how you'll find the ones that have become your favorites, because you either really feel the energy, know the energy really resonate with you, or it really helps you in the area that that is really helpful to you. As a matter of fact, that's one of the things I like to do is use my crystals for energy that I feel like I need to amplify. Like say for instance, since I came out of my celibacy, and that testosterone levels, when you don't use it, you lose it. I ain't lost it. But when you don't use it, you lose it as far as like that urge and that energy, you know what I'm saying? So after coming out of the celibacy, just denouncing it. I ain't, but I use a lot of sacral chakra crystals now. Like sometimes I carry around a lot of sacral chakra energy stones to get me back in that mood of that confidence dealing with females. Cause I keep it real. Like I always was, I say always, but as I got older, I became very confident with dealing with females. But as I went through that celibacy and my spiritual awakening, that all goes away. So it's almost like back to ground zero. Because I remember my first time like trying to make attempts, and I'm like, it just feels so awkward now. You know what I'm saying? Because it been that long. But definitely, you know, I use those crystals for that reason. So like my carnelian, fire, gate. Matter of fact, orange kyanite, which is on my little ring that I wear sometimes. Like, but I use stones for the areas that I need a boost in. You know what I'm saying? And intuitively, you know what I'm saying? Cause say for instance, I work with those crystals. In some cases it may feel like all right, I may need it this day, then this next day, and then it come a day where it's like all right, that sexual energy. Matter of fact, and I feel it building up in me. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm almost, you know, I keep it real like that sexual energy, like that horniness of an adolescence. And I'm like, all right, nah, time to time to give them a rest, and work with another stone. Like, all right, time to work with fluorite and hematite because I'm about to do some studying. I'm about to research some stuff before I do a video. So let me keep this hematite and fluorite on me. You know what I'm saying? And pay attention to if it works and how it works with you. You know what I'm saying? Because some stones or some crystals may not like resonate with you enough to where you feel it or see a difference in in the vibration of what you're doing or feel a vibration from the crystal. Like compared to like when I use obsidian, like I feel obsidian. Like I go to whenever some type of you know, quote unquote negative thought, comes to pop up. Not like a negative thought, like I'm thinking negative about somebody, but like some lower vibrational experience in my life or some type of negative experience in my life, that has happened in my life that I haven't addressed. Obsidian brings it up and you could see it. You know what I'm saying? It's obvious. That's why I always discuss like this not for for the beginners, because Obsidian could have you wondering like why am I sitting here with all my exes at the grocery store at the same time? Like, like the situation. I always think about those situations because that's the situations that we come into that may make us feel uncomfortable that I could just think of off the brain. But you know, and then there's some cases too, like what made me really think about this, in which it just happened as I talk just now, where sometimes I get stuttery or I'm moving too fast. My words, I'm trying to articulate myself fast, and I end up stumbling. Reason why I could get like that sometimes is because of these high vibrational crystals on me. And high vibrational stones is almost, not to compare them, but just to allow your brain to grasp it, is like a upper, almost like some cocaine or caffeine or something. It has a high vibration, not with all the low vibrational side effects, but you know what I'm saying. It does like amp you, jittery. Because matter of fact, I forgot which one it is. I think Nirvana quartz. Where it's like even with grounding stones, it may fight through that. And I think it's Nirvana quartz, and there's another stone where it's not even good to put under your pillow to go to sleep because the energy is so vibrant that it may not even allow for you to go to sleep good. Matter of fact, I think it may be a Herkimer diamond, but I don't want to, bam, hit the gavel on that one. I don't want to put the end in judgment on that, but I know for sure Nirvana quartz is like that. But whenever I get into that, there is just that high vibrational and two ideas floating. I'm trying to articulate, uh, trying to say things as fast as I'm channeling them, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to, sometimes I could stumble over it, but that energy may come from these crystals. And if I realize that, you know, then that's when I make sure I take a bunch of grounding stones with me, because like as of lately, that's what I've been working with, grounding stones. Matter of fact, I just did a video on how old souls, how we lack that grounding energy. We tend to fly up into them high chakras and go stay up there and hide out of there. But in order to manifest physical abundance, matter of fact, to manifest anything physical, because you could give birth to, to channel thoughts, and you could give birth on a physical level, so even with children and, manifesting another human being, what I'm saying, you got to deal with them lower chakras. I say you have to, everything is possible in this universe, but, know, but definitely, whenever I'm looking for creativity, before I do videos, I work with solar plexus and somewhat sacral chakra stones, but I definitely use my a yellow calcite, get that creativity pumping. Matter of fact, it works good in combination with satellite. The satellite work with that solar plexus energy and the throat chakra, so I'm delivering with confidence and creativity. You know what I'm saying? So is matter of fact, and what's funny, this video somewhat staring into another video that I made about different crystals for different situations. Oh, sorry. But more of the point is, just keeping log and remembering, what stones worked for you, what stones didn't work, and like I say, you could either keep a physical log, like today I carried crystal quartz, hematite, and tourmaline. You could either just write your experience in general, almost like a journal, just say what you went through, and then when you come back, you could notice the difference in, the stories, depending on which crystals, you had on that day. Because I do regular journal work, which I've been slacking, but like when I write my journal, like I try to remember too, like to put down like what crystals I had on me, different things to go back and look at. But definitely keeping a mental note on how they vibe with you, Because I even do things like switch sides of this bracelet, like put this bracelet on this side, put this bracelet on the other side, and kind of see what difference I feel. Matter of fact, like when I was, lacking speaking up, because I always been very outspoken and, speaking up, but on my move to California, that somehow got lost somewhere. So, I had to revamp it up, you know what I'm saying? And I used a little lapis to help that situation out. So I don't bite my tongue. But it's definitely, just pay attention to different crystals you work with. Like I remember working with my Numite, Shungite, and Murder When I would have all those together, it would have me wanting to watch anime on alchemy and magic. Like I wanted to really just research magic and just which I'm for the most part I'm like always like that. Like if you throw a magic book in front of me, I almost put down what I'm doing to go to skim through it. But when I have those stones, it's like, all right, like we gonna find some. But like I turn into the Full Metal Alchemist, you know what I'm saying? Magi, like the little anime cartoons, and really, you know, get into it. But and then that's the thing. Once I see how I was and keep log of this, then you could really know. All right, when I was sick, the ocean jasper and the bloodstone worked good for me for detoxifying the body. Mixed with the shungite. Uh, Whenever I'm trying to get get rid of any old habits no longer serving me, or I'm trying to get rid of some hidden energy. That I remember that obsidian how I worked that day when this situation. You know what I'm saying? It's like just keeping a log. Just like how intuitively I got the intuition to make this video after thinking about how sometimes I could be moving so fast when I'm speaking in videos where I kind of had that stuttering type of thing going where I'm trying to articulate myself too fast. And in some cases too, I keep it real. Whenever I'm coming off of a coffee binge, that caffeine still in the body, kind of still somewhat disrupting the vibration a little bit. Not so much because because of meditating so much. Matter of fact, that's how I keep my mindfulness and be able to, do something like where you saw people like, oh no, drinking coffee. But it doesn't throw me off like that because I keep my discipline of meditation. So, and two, I mentally like, practice alchemy where I visualize like the acidity and the caffeine in my body getting beat up by the light and the alkalinity in my body. I actually visualize and it does help. I have seen a difference in it. But again, remembering the combinations. Matter of fact, like dealing with getting over some stress or like when your thoughts is just really going to negative places very very easily and very strongly, just always going to negative places. Tourmaline and rose quartz. I don't have a piece of rose quartz on me, but tourmaline rose quartz would be great for that situation. Or tourmaline is selenite, or tourmaline, selenite, and rose quartz. Just power it up. That definitely have you feeling, good at ease to where, yeah, well, to the point where if the negative thoughts still come through, you know what I'm saying, you at this point would laugh at them because you're feeling so good and protected from that energy, and because you could see like, all right, like I'm feeling good. Oh, look at that, still popping. Like, dang. But it really, frees up your energy. But that's basically it. Just wanted to, let y'all know to, keep whether it's a journal or a mental log, but just keep up with the different crystal combinations you use, the crystal combos. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, crystal combos. But yeah, just pay attention to them, keep a log, and knowing like which stones work synergistically together is also like a good thing to do, to learn about and to use for to your advantage. Like knowing that say for instance with psychic protection, obsidian, fire gate, tourmaline, and onyx work synergistically good together with protecting from that. Or what's another combination? You can think, matter of fact, the 12 synergy stones is a combination in general, but I don't have all of them. I got danbarite, petalite, phenakite, moldavite, and tanzanite, but like crystals that resonate with each other. Because I made a video about contradicting energies where you may have something like fire gate and say for instance, orange kyanite. Matter of fact, anything orange or red, gonna deal with a lot of energy in most cases. It may give you now some of them just give you the vitality, and let me tell you the difference. Some stones, some crystals give energy as far as like here, this energy is in this little reserve for you to use whenever you want. You know what I'm saying? Some energies like that, on that vitality level, but then some stones are like, here, this energy, use it right now, like, until you remove us from your body, or until you remove this crystal from your body, here, gotta use this energy. You know what I'm saying? But some stones, some crystals not like that, but some crystals, I was gonna say, so using like an orange kyanite with like blue lace agate, it's kind of like it may create somewhat of a contradicting energy just in that area though. Like say for instance, they'll work good together in other areas, but you're gonna have a sense of energy, but a sense of like calmness, like what I'm saying, and quietness to yourself, like basically like just more of a slow down calmness to yourself. So those energies are kind of combat with each other, but to also dealing with crystals and with everything with our spiritual growth, to each his own, and we all have different, vibrational mechanisms, different vibrational metabolisms. Yes, we all are one, you know what I'm saying, and essence, we got some of the same stuff in us, but we all vibrate somewhat uniquely different, you know what I'm saying? And that means different stones may work differently, for different people, different strokes for different folks. But that's basically. I don't want to draw this video out too much longer. But peace. Happy now. Now is the vibrate, the rate at which we're vibing. Not too far in the future, not too far in the past, right now. Oh, a matter of fact, another thing too, in which I may have said in other videos, but I just want to run this right quick, you know what I'm saying? Because, and I keep it real, because of my manner of learning things on a physical level, like where I will push myself through the hardest way of training. Like, say for instance, since all the other things, learning how to do regular layups or do a regular shot, for example, is easy, but I rather work on the harder part, like working on my left hand. And that's how I was with crystals. Well, when I first started out, I would just have like a whole shitload of crystals on me, with me, which I still kind of have a bunch of, but now I know, I'm more in tune with the type of vibrations they're giving off, and more in tune with, the right combinations. But when I first was on my growth, I keep it real, like, you could go through, like, you could be thrown off somewhat, like, only because I kind of felt my intuition was strong enough to let me know, don't, like, all right, this is your crystal, like, you got a bunch of combinations, so they're making you, feel a little anxious, or making me, matter of fact, articulate myself like I'm stuttering, you know what I'm saying, or whatever the case may be. It's because of, I had like just too much, you know what I'm saying. So, be careful with that situation also, because some crystals could be very overwhelming, you know. But in peace. Happy now, man. I'll let y'all.